Hello students, welcome to Siddhapur Mathematics Academy. So in the applications of derivatives, we are doing increasing and decreasing function, correct? And I know that you are feeling very simple and easy method here. So I am explaining that increasing and decreasing in simple and easy way. Already we started the exercise 6.2. Now in the today's class I will give in the 6.2 the main question 6th one. Find the intervals in which the following functions are strictly increasing or decreasing. In that first question, x square plus 2x minus 5. Already you are familiar. Let us write down the given function as the f of x. Now differentiating with respect to x. The first derivative is what? 2x plus 2. And you know that when you are finding the intervals, we have to equate the first derivative with 0. Now f dash of x is equal to 0 gives 2x plus 2 is equal to 0. That is 2x is equal to minus 2, x is minus 1. And please note down this and mark this point in the number line. Mark this point in the number line. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2. When you mark this in the number line, it comes here. See what you are observing, the number line is dividing into two parts. That means we can write the intervals. The intervals are, as you know that we are moving from left to right. Left starting point is minus infinity to minus 1. Minus infinity to minus 1 and minus 1 to infinity. They are disjoint. Now make the table. The table helps you to write the value easily. Here in the first column we have to write the intervals. In the second one we have to write the sign of f dash of x, and in the third we have to write the nature of f. Nature of f, that is a function. What is the first interval? The first interval is minus infinity to minus 1. So in between minus infinity to minus 1, whatever the number you want you can select. I am taking minus 2. In this if you write minus 2, that is for your calculations. See, it is minus 4 plus 2. Is it negative or what? Yes, this is negative. Negative means it is less than 0. First derivative is less than 0 means it is what? It is strictly decreasing. Next, minus 1 to infinity. In the interval minus 1 to infinity, keep the number line as it is. That number line helps to write the value. Select the value. I am taking 0. When you take x as a 0, so 0 plus 2 is plus 2. It is a positive. If the first derivative is positive means it is strictly increasing. This is the first question. Moving to the next question, that is B. In the sixth main we have 5 questions. Write on the second one. The second question is a homework question because it is a similar. Write on the B. 10 minus 6x. 10 minus 6x minus x square. This is a homework question. Next, C. Minus 2x cube minus 9x square plus 12x. Sorry, minus 12x plus 1. This is the third question. Second one is the homework, third one. So as you know that first we have to write with the solution. Let f of x is equal to, write down the given equation, minus 2x cube minus 9x square minus 12x plus 1. Now differentiating with respect to x. F dash of x is minus 6x square minus 18x minus 12. For our convenient, we have to write it in the simplest form. That is, take minus 6 common, it is x square plus 3x plus 2. Again write down one more step, that is the factors, the factorization form. It is x plus 1 and x plus 2. Now, equate the first derivative with 0. F dash of x is equal to 0 gives this whole complete term. So, when you equate this with 0, minus 6 x plus 1 into x plus 2 is equal to 0, implies x is equal to minus 1 and x is equal to minus 2. Again draw this in the number line, mark these values in the number line. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. We have to mark first minus 1, then minus 2. See, this is one part, second and third. The intervals are minus infinity to minus 2. This is minus 2, minus 2 to minus 1, and lastly we have minus 1 to infinity. So, write down the table. Write down the table. This is f dash of x. So, here I am writing the intervals in the first column. In the second one, sign of f dash of x. Then in the third one, nature of given function. Yes, first interval is what? Minus infinity to minus 2. Here minus infinity to minus 2 means you can take minus 3. See, if you write x is equal to minus 3 in the first derivative, already outside we have a minus. Minus 3 plus 1 is minus, because minus 2 you are getting. Minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1, that is negative. Minus into minus, 3 minus. Outside minus, first bracket minus, second bracket minus. Minus into minus plus, plus into minus is finally we got negative. This is less than 0. So, if it is less than 0 means the function is strictly decreasing. Next, minus 2 to minus 1. Only this minus 2 to minus 1 means I am taking minus 1.5. If you take x as a minus 1.5, outside we have a minus. Minus plus minus 1.5 plus 1 is what? Minus 1.5 plus 1 is minus 5.5, that is also negative. Next, minus 1.5 plus 2 is positive. Minus into minus plus, greater than 0. So, it is strictly increasing function. Next, moving to the third interval. What is the third interval? Minus 1 to infinity. From minus 1 to infinity you can select any number. I am taking 0. If you write x as a 0, outside we have a minus. 0 plus 1 is plus, 0 plus 2 is also plus, minus plus plus, 3 multiplication, 1 negative sign means it is minus, less than 0. So, if the first derivative is less than 0 means the function is strictly decreasing. It is strictly decreasing. As I told in the last class, really if you are interested you can combine the first and the last, because in the first and the last the function is strictly decreasing. Therefore, the function f is strictly decreasing in first interval is what? Minus infinity to minus 2 union minus 1 to infinity, and is strictly increasing in minus 2 to minus 1. So, is it very simple or what? Yes. Moving to the next question. In part 6, 6.2, in main question 6. Main question is question number 6, 6.2 exercise. Third one completed. Fourth one is a homework. 6 minus 9x minus x square is a homework. Fifth one, x plus 1 whole cube into x minus 3 whole cube. Fifth one I will solve now. Right on, let us call this as a f of x. Let f of x is equal to x plus 1 whole cube into x minus 3 whole cube. This is u, this is v, product rule. And we have to apply the chain rule also because the power is 3. Differentiating with respect to x. F dash of x is equal to, first function keep as it is. What is the differentiation of x minus 3 whole cube? 3 into x minus 3 whole square. And no need to write differentiation of x minus 3. Why? Because differentiation of x minus 3 is 1 plus x minus 3 whole cube as it is. Differentiation of x plus 1 whole cube is 3 into x plus 1 whole square. Already you are familiar with the product rule, differentiation of a product rule. That's why I am writing the step directly. Now, what we can take a common? First 3 is common. Here it is x plus 1 whole cube, it is x plus 1 whole square. Which one is the least? Least means less. Which one is the least? Take that as a common. X plus 1 whole square. It is 3 and 2 terms common. Here it is x minus 3 whole square, x minus 3 whole cube. That means x minus 3 whole square is common. See, out of 3 we took 2 common, 1 term is remaining. And here also out of 3 we took 2 common, 1 term is remaining. See, here it is 3 into x plus 1 whole square, x minus 3 whole square. Remove the bracket, it is 2x minus 2. Again we can take 2 common. That 2 is multiplied with here, 6 into x plus 1 whole square, x minus 3 whole square, in the bracket x minus 1. This is what? F dash of x. So, to find the interval after finding the first derivative, what is the next step? We have to equate the first derivative with 0. Now, f dash of x is equal to 0 gives. That means we have to equate all the 3 terms with 0. First we have to write with 6. 6 into x plus 1 whole square, x minus 3 whole square, x minus 1 is equal to 0. Implies when you equate the first derivative, first bracket with 0, what is your answer? X is minus 1. When you equate the second bracket, x minus 3 is equal to 0 whole square, taking a square root, it becomes x minus 3 is equal to 0. That means x is equal to 3. X minus 1 is equal to 0 gives x is equal to 1. Now mark this on the number line. First one is what? X is equal to minus 1. This is x is equal to minus 1. Then x is equal to 3. Next x is equal to 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It is the number line is divided into 4 parts. Now can you tell me what are the intervals? Yes. The intervals are, first one, start with left, minus infinity to minus 1. Next, minus 1 to 1. Next, 1 to 3. then 3 to infinity. So is it very simple or what? Yes. After writing the intervals, we have to substitute these values in the first derivative, and depending on the first derivative sign, we have to see whether the function is increasing or decreasing. This is first derivative. Now make the table. First column is for intervals. Second column is a sine of f dash of x. Third column is nature of f. First interval is what? Minus infinity to minus 1. So here minus infinity to minus 1. Take minus 2 here. If you take x as a minus 2. See, remember it is x plus 1 whole square, x minus 3 whole square. In the first bracket, whatever is the value, if you write minus 2, suppose if you get the bracket value as a minus, but square gives you what? Positive. The first bracket is positive. Second is also positive because we have a square. What about the third bracket? Third bracket is minus 2 minus 1, that is negative. Plus into plus is plus, plus into minus is minus, that is negative, less than 0. Strictly decreasing. Next, minus 1 to 1. In minus 1 to 1, I took 0. Here again square means positive. This bracket is also square positive. So here if you write a 0, it is a minus. Again a negative, less than 0. Strictly decreasing. Next, 1 to 3. From 1 to 3, I took 2. X is equal to 2. First bracket is square positive, second bracket is square positive, third bracket 2 minus 1, that is also positive. Finally, we got positive greater than 0. Strictly increasing. Moving to the fourth interval, 3 to infinity. From 3 to infinity, you can select any number. I am taking 4. If you write x as a 4, first bracket square positive, second bracket square positive, third 4 minus 1, 3 positive. Totally answer is positive. It is strictly increasing. And already I told you how to combine the interval. Really, if you are interested, otherwise keep as it is. The given function is strictly decreasing in first interval is minus infinity to minus 1 union minus 1 to 1, and the given function is strictly increasing (1 to 3) union 3 to infinity. See, is the sums are interesting or what? Yes. Moving to the next question, that is 7th main question in exercise 6.2. Show that 7th one, show that y is equal to log of 1 plus x minus 2x upon 2 plus x is greater than minus 1 is an increasing function of x throughout its domain. So as usual, let us differentiate the given function. Y is equal to log of 1 plus x minus 2x upon 2 plus x. Differentiating with respect to x, dy upon dx. What is the differentiation of log 1 plus x? 1 upon 1 plus x minus, write it in the bracket, it is u by v. 2 plus x as it is, differentiation of 2x is 2 minus 2x as it is, differentiation of 2 plus x is 1 divided by 2 plus x whole square. So it is 1 upon 1 plus x minus, remove the bracket, 4 plus 2x minus 2x divided by 2 plus x whole square. Plus 2x minus 2x get cancels. Now it is 1 upon 1 plus x minus 4 upon 2 plus x whole square. First simplify it by taking a LCM. Yes, what is the LCM? It is 1 plus x into 2 plus x whole square. Here it is 2 plus x whole square minus 4 into 1 plus x. Remove the bracket. It is 4 plus 4x plus x square minus 4 minus 4x divided by 1 plus x into 2 plus x whole square. Plus 4 minus 4 plus 4x minus 4x get cancels. It is x square upon 1 plus x 2 plus x whole square. Now it is given that x is greater than minus 1, but then also first find the interval. To find the interval, we have to equate the first derivative with 0. What is the first derivative? That is, the first derivative is x square upon 1 plus x into 2 plus x whole square is equal to 0. So cross multiply, when you cross multiply you will get x square is equal to 0, that is x is equal to 0. Already it is given, see in the number line, when you mark this, x is greater than minus 1 means from minus 1 we are moving on right side. X is greater than minus 1 means from minus 1 we are moving on right side in the number line. And here we got x is equal to 0. Then can you tell me what is the interval? So the interval, we are moving from minus 1, here minus 1 to, yes tell me, minus 1 is greater than, we are moving x is greater than minus 1. So it is minus 1 to 0. Therefore the interval is minus 1 to 0. Why? Because x is greater than minus 1. X is greater than minus 1. Now at this value we have to check whether the first derivative is greater than 0 or what. Here we have to take the value in between minus 1 to 0. If you take minus 1 to 0, x square is greater than 0 because square of any number is greater than 0. And 1 plus x, is it less than minus 1 or what? Whatever the value we are taking, it is less than 1. This is also positive. 2 plus x whole square, again square of any number is also positive. Therefore dy upon dx is greater than 0. This implies the given function is an increasing function throughout the domain, throughout its domain. So moving to the next question, that is question number 8. Find the value of x. Question number 8. Find the value of x for which y is equal to x into x minus 2 whole square is an increasing function. Yes. Again the question is very simple. Y is equal to x into x minus 2 whole square is given. For our convenient I am writing like this. Here inside the square bracket I took x inside the bracket, x square minus 2x. Now differentiating with respect to x, dy upon dx. First we have to differentiate the power 2 into x square minus 2x into differentiation of x square minus 2x. In the previous we not did, but here we are doing. Why? Because these values are not 1. Differentiation, after differentiation these are not 1, they are other than 1. It is 2 into x square minus 2x. This is 2x minus 2. And for our convenient 2, here I took x common, x minus 2. Here I took 2 common, x minus 1. So we got 4x, x minus 2 into x minus 1. So here we have to find the interval. Now dy upon dx is equal to 0 gives. What you are doing? We are equating all these 3 terms with 0. That is 4 into x minus 2, x minus 1 is 0. This implies when you take 4 on that side, 0 by 4 is 0. This implies x is equal to 0. When you equate this with 0, x is equal to 2. When you equate this with 0, x is equal to 1. If you mark this on the number line, that gives you where it is increasing and where it is decreasing. First we have to mark it on the number line. So x is equal to 0. Then x is equal to 2. After that x is equal to 1. See, the intervals are minus infinity to 0, 0 to 1, 1 to 2 and 2 to infinity. So even though the question is find the value of x, first I will make a table, and after writing a table I will tell you how to write the answer. This is f dash of x. First column is for intervals. Second one is sine of f dash of x. Then nature. And after this table we will write the value. What is the first interval? First interval is minus infinity to 0. Minus infinity to 0 means if you take minus 1, this is negative, minus 1 minus 2, this is negative, minus 1 minus 1, that is also negative. So here you write down x is equal to minus 1 in these 3 values. The first one is negative, second bracket, third, all are negative. Minus minus, minus. Totally we got negative less than 0. 3 minus, minus into minus plus, plus into minus, minus. Strictly decreasing. Next, 0 to 1. 0 to 1. In between 0 and 1, if you take 0.5, first outside positive, 0.5 here, it is negative, and 0.5 minus 1, this is negative. So, it is positive, negative, negative. Plus into minus is minus, minus into minus, plus. Greater than 0. Strictly increasing. Next, moving to the next one, 1 comma 2. In between 1 and 2, if you take 1.5, 1.5, this is positive. 1.5 minus 2, that is negative, because minus 2 is bigger. 1.5 minus 1 is positive. So, total we have a 3 brackets, positive, negative, positive. Plus into minus is minus, minus into plus is minus. Negative less than 0, strictly decreasing. Next, we have to take the value from the interval is 2 to infinity. 2 to infinity. So, 2 to infinity, take any number, I am taking 3, x is equal to 3. This is positive, 3 minus 2, positive, 3 minus 1, positive. Positive, positive, positive. Finally, we got positive, greater than 0, strictly increasing. But see, this table tells you the nature of the function. What is the question? Find the value of x if the function is strictly increasing. So, in the table where you are finding the function is strictly increasing, it is strictly increasing in 0 to 1. That means, if x is lying between 0 to 1, it is an open interval. If x is lying between 0 to 1 and 2 to infinity, if x is greater than 2, 2 to infinity means we are moving on right side, greater than, x is greater than 2, that is the function is strictly increasing at, the function is strictly increasing at x is lying between 0 to 1 and x is greater than 2. So, these are the values of x. Now, moving to the next question.